So we're going to perform the addition and simplify. How do you add fractions? Common denominator. Remember, you can find a common denominator by multiplying the two denominators together, right? So you're going to multiply this one by 1 minus cosine. And what you do to the bottom, do to the top. And you'll multiply the second one by the 1 plus cosine. And what you do to the bottom, do to the... Alright, so we get, when we multiply these, then we get 1 times 1 minus cosine plus 1 times 1 plus cosine over 1 minus cosine times 1 plus cosine. Now what can I do from there? Okay, I can simplify the numerator. I can distribute the ones, right? And I went in and wrote it out that way, guys, because if we had a minus sign, remember you'd have to distribute the 1 to the second parenthesis. And so I write mine out like that so I don't forget. So we got 1 minus cosine plus 1 plus cosine all over. Do you want to leave the bottom as it is, or do you want to multiply it? Go ahead and multiply it. So 1 plus cosine minus cosine plus cosine squared. Alright, so then combine your like terms on top. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Negative cosine plus cosine cancels, right? Over, on bottom your cosines cancel, so you got 1 plus cosine squared. Okay, I've actually made a mistake here. Somebody catch my mistake? It's in the denominator when I did FOIL. What is negative cosine times cosine? So this should be a negative cosine squared. So this should be minus cosine squared there. Alright, can I do anything else? I can. When I see a trig function squared and a 1, remember we need to look at our Pythagorean identities? Do I have one that has cosine squared in it? Yeah, I'm going to come up here to the top. I have that sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, right? Well, what if I get 1 and cosine squared on the same side? So I'd subtract it. Because it's not simplified all the way. Because we can still make it smaller.
So we just make it sine squared?
Uh-huh. So we know that 1 minus cosine squared is sine squared. So this is 2 over sine squared. But now remember, that's the same thing as saying 2 times 1 over sine squared, okay? And what is 1 over sine squared? Almost. Cosecant squared. And now we're down to 1 term, so we're finished.